Hello, enterprise members, and welcome back to our community spotlight. This month, I am sitting down with Mike Townsend, who is the owner of a relatively new business venture. And the company is called Veterans Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric. And I'm very excited to sit down and talk to you guys. Looks like things have been really ramping up and getting busy for you guys.
Yeah, it's been we had a pretty solid business and growth plan to start with. We're tracking we're tracking pretty much on plan as far as headcount and overall growth goes. Sales are actually ahead of plan a little bit, and that's primarily due to what's going on with Excel Energy rebates and federal and state tax credits and things like that. The demand is just huge.
That is so awesome. And we are so happy to have you guys as part of the enterprise co-working here in Greenwood Village. Let's jump into some of our questions here for you. Um, let's see here. So tell me, tell us more about the company and what you guys do.
Yeah, so we are a residential light commercial HVAC plumbing and electrical company. We don't do new construction. We do pretty much repair and replacement of existing systems and adding systems to existing buildings, that kind of thing. Um, uh, we're structured extremely differently. Even the fact that I'm sitting here talking to you speaks to that. We're structured extremely differently than typical companies in this space. Most companies that are in this space, they're going to have a building in a warehouse district somewhere that's got offices to put their accounting people and marketing people and HR people and people answering the phones and all of that stuff. And then they're going to have a big warehouse attached to that building and so on. Um, After I sold my last company to private equity last year. And I spent some time kind of rethinking what the structure of companies like this look like and how if I was starting a company from scratch with no legacy structure to be beholden to, how could we leverage technology to drive down back end costs and increase customer employee satisfaction and performance. And so, we for example, we don't have an on-staff accounting person. We have an outsourced accounting firm that specializes in the trades. And they utilize some AI on their end to help, with processing of all that. It's not only they do all of our payroll processing, AR, AP, all of that. Not only is it a fraction of the cost of having my own on-staff accounting people, but I don't have to be reliant on just one employee who gets sick or goes on vacation and all that good stuff. Same thing with HR. We have completely outsourced HR. Our accounting firm, I guess I can give a shout out. Our accounting firm is called Out of the Box Technology. They have been absolutely fantastic. And like I said, just so much less expensive and more capable, frankly, than having my own on-staff bookkeeper or accountant. Then we're using an outsourced HR platform called Rippling, and it's handling all of our employee benefits and technically the payroll. Out of the box is inputting the payroll into Rippling and it's processing through Rippling. But they're handling all of our health insurance administration, dental, vision, 401k, PTO tracking, all of that stuff. And it's got a great employee portal, and so there's a lot of visibility for employees on on their benefits and their pay.
Yeah.
So that's been great, and I haven't had to hire an on-staff HR person. So it's a fraction of the cost. And then for call center, that's a big one. We are utilizing an AI-driven call center. It's a brand new company called OnePath. And so when people call, our phones or message into us through the website or Facebook or anything like that. It's an AI that is answering the phone and having that conversation with them, or that is responding to their texts or emails or whatever. And the AI is capable of you know guiding, having that conversation with the customer, gathering all the same information that a human being would, and then creating a service call in our work order management system and confirming an appointment time with the client. Now, if at any point during that conversation the client wants to talk to a human being, they just have to say so, and it will kick them to a human being that is a call center that's run by the same company. So customers can have it either way they want. But by utilizing an AI in that way, because even if anybody who's listening to this who's ever used an answering service or a call center, inevitably you call and sometimes you're going to be on hold for a minute or two or three before somebody breaks for you to grab your call. But with the AI, it's instantaneous response always.
Right.
So and again, by utilizing AI in that way, it just drives down the cost. And so I was spending in my last company out with payroll for a dozen people in our call center, plus a call center manager to manage all those people and all the overhead expenses. I was spending well over $1 million a year to run my own call center basically.
Right.
And this is just an absolute, it's pennies on the dollar comparatively. And again, it's better service. I mean, let's see, marketing, we've outsourced our marketing entirely. We have 3 different marketing firms we're working with. One is it's a company called CI Web Group, and the reason we chose them is they're also utilizing AI in the design and upkeep of the website. So there is an AI that will be constantly watching the website and figuring out which pages customers engage on more than others, and then dynamically rewriting the website in real time to try to improve customer engagement continually, and to also be improving SEO ranking at the same time. So you're not just reliant on a human being, going in and trying to update website on a regular basis and so on. We're using a company called Nixon Growth that's handling all of our Google pay-per-click marketing and LSA ads and Google My Business Profile and all that. They're doing a great job. And then we have a local social media company called Advanced Creative that is handling all of our video production. They'll come out in video commercials or video work that we're doing at people's houses, and then they upload, they make it all look pretty and upload it to the social medias and manage those campaigns and all that. So anyway, by the time that you do all that, you no longer need the big, huge building to put a whole bunch of people in. Our back office is extremely small. And so instead of having one big, huge building, we are renting private offices and shared workspaces like Enterprise. And each of those becomes a Google My Business location. So we will also have maps priority. We've only been in business for about a month now, and we have more physical locations on Google than any other company in town of this type. Because of that, we have an office up in Rhino as well, and then we have another one at I-70 in Pecos. So it's just a very, very different business model. But so far, it's working really, really well.
Yeah, that's amazing to hear. And thank you for sharing that insight. I'm sure we have other small companies that, would love to hear the success that you guys are having and utilizing some of these, newer up and coming technologies to advance a small business in a similar way. I mean, I think my next question was going to be, what sets you guys apart from a lot of your competition? But it sounds like a lot of the way that you're just even setting up the business, utilizing and taking advantage of that new technology is really setting you guys apart. And hopefully pushing you in the right direction towards success. I mean,
Yeah, there's a few things we're doing that really set us apart. Uh, we're one of the only companies anywhere that warranties everything we do, parts and labor for life to the original purchaser. So if we go
wait,
to
wait,
somebody's house,
I think you need to say that again because that's huge. That's huge.
yeah, yeah. I mean, if we come to your house and we put a garbage disposal in your house, you're never going to buy another garbage disposal as long as you own that house.
Yeah.
You're just not. If we come and put a new air conditioning system in, you're never going to pay for a repair on that system. You're never going to buy another air conditioning system as long as you own that home. Same thing. We extend the same warranty commercially as well. So we're our point of view is we've tried to make by controlling our back office expense. We've tried to, it allows us to be extremely cost competitive I mean, more cost competitive than our competition, frankly. But even still, it's not cheap. I mean, it's never cheap to have, new air conditioners installed or to repair. I mean, it just, unfortunately, it's not. And our point of view is you should only pay for it once. So we warranty everything we do for life. A portion of all profits go back to the veteran and first responder organizations. I'm a U.S. Army vet myself, and it's just near and dear to my heart.
Yeah, I love that. I love that aspect of the business. So I definitely would love for you to talk a little bit more about that. And also relating to, is that kind of what sparked you to develop this company? Is having that component, that veteran tie-in? Um,
um, I think anytime that you're starting a company, I've started. I don't even know. I think I've started 10 companies from scratch over the last 30 years, and some for myself, some for other on behalf of other people. But anytime you're starting a company up, you're thinking about branding, right? You're thinking about, what should that look like? How will it speak to people? One thing, my previous company, we would advertise that we were veteran owned, but the branding wasn't really built around that. But we did advertise that we were veteran owned. It was surprising to me how much that spoke to people. And so as I was starting to think about the branding of this company, I decided to just lean into it. And we've gone sort of kind of a full World War II military theme with the company. And I not only am I loving it and the technicians are loving it, but it really does seem to be speaking to customers as well. One thing that we're doing, when you talk about, how are we different? Yeah, we are more cost competitive. We do have a better warranty. On top of that, we are giving a portion of profits back to veteran and first responder organizations. We also have a form fill on our website. Anybody can go to our website and 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, and they can nominate a veteran or a first responder in need. And we are, as often as possible, we're trying to go out and help those people. Maybe somebody whose water heater doesn't work and they don't have the money to fix it, that kind of thing. So we're trying to get back to the community, in real time in that way as well.
I think, I mean, that's huge. That's such a great thing that you guys are doing as a company, and not only promoting other veterans and making it a priority to hire veterans, but also then to give back and help those veterans. That
Yeah.
is huge. And yeah, and along with the branding too, the trucks that you guys have are fantastic, very eye-catching from their uniforms. Everything looks so buttoned up, professional, and it has that military feel. And yeah, I think, I'm glad it's working well for you guys. And I'm not surprised. It's really, really sharp looking and really nice. Um, let's see. Speaking directly to our viewers, is there anything else you want them to know about the company or?
Well, I mean, we're uh we're I will say that we, you know, I I I'm a little too old to babysit grown men, right? So one of the ways, one of the other ways that we're a little different is we don't have anybody on staff who's got less than 5, 10 years of experience. Most of our guys are decades of experience. I'm 30 years myself. Uh, so and it what it allows me to do is not have to hire a bunch of mid-level management to babysit grown adults. Every one of my plumbers knows what their job is, knows how to do their job, knows how to take care of customers, and knows how to show up to work on time. And so I just don't have to deal with that kind of stuff. Yeah, in order to do that, do I have to pay a little more? Yeah, I'm hiring the very best people and paying them what they're worth. But the flip side to that is we t- we do the job right. We do it right the first time. Um, and I don't have to pay a bunch of mid-level managers to babysit them. I think the big thing that I would want the thing that we're trying to get the word out about right now, and it's amazing to me that companies aren't promoting this in a bigger way. Right now, Xcel Energy has a huge push going to get people to convert from old gas-fired appliances and old air conditioning units to new heat pump technology. And with our pricing structure the way it is, combined with those rebates and combined with state of Colorado and federal tax credits, that conversion for a lot of people is free.
Oh,
It's
wow.
just, it's absolutely nuts. I mean, most of the homes that I go into to look at their old air conditioner, maybe not even old, I mean, but to look at their air conditioner, their furnace, their water heater, it is most of the time it ends up being a net zero, or even like the client is going to make money on this deal by letting us come in and replace their old furnace, their old air conditioner, their old water heater with new heat pump technology. And so, and it's free for us to come out and do that evaluation. So, but these rebates will not last forever. Xcel always puts a specific amount of money in the fund, and when it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah.
And so I would encourage people to take advantage of that, as quickly as possible. Reach out to us, let us come evaluate it. Again, there's no obligation in it, and it's free. But if Xcel is willing to buy you a brand new air conditioner that
Right.
we're then going to put a lifetime warranty on, like
Right.
let them.
Yeah. And I mean, like you said, we all know this stuff can be really expensive. People kind of put it off. They think they can't afford it to make those kind of improvements. So, don't wait. It's free to even have you guys come out, take a look, and see if they qualify for these rebates. And, you know, maybe the cost is a lot less than people are thinking. So worth giving these guys a call. If you need anything home improvement wise looked at, definitely reach out. Veterans Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric. And Mike, thank you so much for your time, and thank you
It's
for
been my
being
pleasure.
members
Thanks for
here
having me.
at Enterprise. And then,
Well, let me
yeah,
say that
well,
you've been absolutely fantastic to
oh,
work with.
thank you.
We appreciate you very. We consider you a part of the teams, and we
Ah,
appreciate you very
awesome.
much.
Awesome. I love that. Well, we'll send, all of our members your way, and reach out to Mike and the veterans if you need some home improvement stuff done. It may be more affordable than you think with these rebates, and, um, jump on them before they're gone is what you're telling everybody. So,
100%. I mean,
yeah,
Excel will kill the rebates at some point,
yeah,
and I think regardless of your political affiliation, I think we can all agree that probably energy incentive rebates or tax credits
might.
may not be safe to be around for a long time. I mean, I have a feeling that those might go away at the end of this year as well. So yeah, this is not. It will never, ever, ever be cheaper to do these projects than it is right now.
Now. Yeah. So don't wait, don't sit on this. It might be something that it could be a lot cheaper than people think. And like you said, it's definitely just going to go up from here. So, um, Yeah, so reach out to these guys. Mike, thank you again. We will go ahead and put a link to the website and any contact information so that our members can get a hold of you guys if they have a
Sure.
project for you. Okay. Thanks
That's great. We'd
again.
love to
And
help.
thanks for tuning in and watching our community spotlight this month. I'm Amy Harold out at our Greenwood Village office and hope everybody has a good month. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.